They were deeply shaken when they finally came to understand what had happened between you. It wasn't loud or dramatic on the surface, but something about the realization hit them in a way they didn't expect. Up until that moment, they believed they had a clear understanding of who you were, how you reacted, and what you would always tolerate. That belief shifted quickly when they saw a different side of your choices, quiet, composed, and far more self-assured than they had assumed. What surprised them most was not any outward confrontation, but the calm way you had handled everything on your own terms, without seeking approval or validation. It forced them to reevaluate the entire dynamic they thought they understood. In that process, there was a visible change in their behavior. They became quieter, more reflective, as if replaying moments they once dismissed. Conversations, silences, and overlooked details all started to take on new meaning in their mind. Rather than reacting with anger, they were confronted with a sense of realization that felt heavier than expected, as though they had misread the situation from the beginning. Even their usual confidence seemed to pause under the weight of this understanding. People around them noticed the shift too, sensing that something internal had changed. What stayed with them most was the recognition that you had moved forward with dignity, without needing to prove anything or look back for reassurance. That awareness lingered, making them reconsider not just what happened, but how they had interpreted you all along. You weren't waiting for them anymore. You had already risen. Their pride shattered the moment they realized that your peace didn't depend on them. They had built an image of you being stuck, waiting, hoping. But what you did next made them question their entire story. You took back your power, quietly, gracefully, without revenge. You healed in silence, moved in purpose, and smiled in ways that no longer included them. And that's what nearly broke them beyond repair. Stay till the end, because this moment is where the tables truly turned. For the first time, they saw your worth, not as an idea, but as a living truth that they no longer had access to. Something huge is waiting for you. They can't unsee it now. The glow, the transformation, the confidence that radiates from you. They realized too late that while they were entertaining distractions, you were building destiny. Their body literally reacted, heartbeat racing, hands trembling, eyes wide with disbelief. One of their friends even asked, "Are you okay?" because they suddenly looked like they'd seen a ghost. But it wasn't fear, it was realization. They saw what losing you truly meant. Don't skip this part, because now, every place they go, they feel your absence like a living presence. Your name keeps showing up in songs, numbers, random messages. Even their dreams have turned into confessions. They thought they had control. They thought you'd always wait. But your silence screamed louder than their words ever could. And when they saw the change, that thing you did, it tore them apart. Whether it was your success, your peace, or your decision to love yourself again, it was too much for them to handle. Their own reflection started to look different. Guilt began to settle in like a shadow they couldn't escape. Stay till the end, because heaven saw their reaction. Even Archangel Michael leaned close, whispering, "Now they understand who they lost. Something huge is waiting for you." Their world began to fall apart, not because of punishment, but because truth doesn't hide forever. Every moment of denial turned into waves of realization crashing over their soul. They almost reached for the phone to call you, to explain, to beg, but their pride choked them. So instead, they sat in silence, replaying the scene of your departure over and over again. You had left not in anger, but in divine power, and that's what struck deepest. Don't skip. They can't eat properly, can't sleep, can't focus. Their mind keeps circling back to one thought. How could they lose someone who loved them so purely? They're now realizing that the one thing they took for granted is the very thing heaven gifted them to heal. But heaven doesn't let ungrateful hands hold sacred souls for long. Now, that divine protection is surrounding you, keeping you miles ahead of their regret. Stay till the end, because this story isn't just about their pain, it's about your rise. While they collapsed under truth, you stood tall, in alignment. Something huge is waiting for you. The universe is shifting, not to punish them, but to reward you for choosing peace. Your glow-up wasn't accidental, it was ordained the moment you decided to stop shrinking yourself for their comfort. They thought you'd never walk away, but you didn't just walk, you soared. And when they saw that, the shock hit like lightning. Now they're the ones refreshing your profile, checking your last scene, wondering if the door is still open. But you've already closed it with grace, sealed by divine timing. What they called loss, heaven calls redirection. Don't skip this, because the moment you stopped chasing, everything started aligning. Even their karma began whispering your name in every quiet hour. The shock they felt wasn't just about losing you, it was about realizing that you never needed them to begin with, that your love was pure, not desperate, powerful, not weak. And now that they see that, they can't look away. Stay till the end, because Archangel Michael says this: they had their chance, and they wasted it. Now, you are being elevated to stages they can only dream of. Your path is blessed, your aura is shining, and your name is being whispered in rooms of opportunity. Something huge is waiting for you. What once felt like a collapse on their side quietly became the beginning of your rise. What they misunderstood as defeat was never meant to be revenge, but a moment of clarity where hidden truths finally surfaced. The impact of that realization left them unsettled, as if everything they believed about the situation suddenly lost its shape. Illusions they held onto for so long began to dissolve, leaving only the raw reflection of their own choices staring back at them. In that silence, they were forced to recognize what they had overlooked in you all along: a steady strength, a quiet dignity, and a presence that never relied on approval to exist. As time moved forward, the distance you created by simply growing became louder than any words you could have spoken. You didn't chase explanations or try to rewrite perceptions. You simply moved ahead, and that alone shifted everything. The absence of your energy became noticeable in the smallest moments of their daily life, turning ordinary things into reminders of what has changed. Even distractions failed to hold their attention for long, as traces of memory kept resurfacing in unexpected ways, pulling them back into reflection. What they once dismissed now feels impossible to ignore, and the weight of that understanding lingers longer than they expected. In the end, it wasn't confrontation that changed anything, but the natural unfolding of truth over time, revealing what was real and what was never meant to last. People near them noticed the change, that quietness, that sudden distance. No one understood what was happening, but heaven did. Don't skip, stay right here, because this part is where heaven begins to reveal justice in silence. What you did, standing up for your peace, walking away with dignity, was the beginning of divine reversal. Their collapse wasn't physical, it was spiritual. It was the moment they saw you happy again, glowing again, breathing freely again. That image destroyed their pride more than any rejection could. Stay till the end, because Archangel Michael says your energy became untouchable after that choice. The angels guarded your steps, and every time they tried to speak your name in arrogance, their throat tightened with guilt. Something huge is waiting for you. They started seeing your image in their dreams, not as memory, but as guidance. Each dream showed you walking away, while light followed you, leaving them in shadows of realization. Now they can't escape it. Every message they ignored now echoes louder than thunder. They feel the exact pain they once caused you, multiplied by the weight of their own conscience. Don't skip this part, my child, because the universe is teaching them in silence what love really means. They thought distance would weaken your bond, but heaven turned that distance into your power. Every step you took without them became a statement. You were never dependent. You were chosen. And now that realization has hit them like lightning in their chest. They sit in silence, replaying every decision, every mistake, every word they wish they could take back. Stay till the end, because while they crumble under guilt, your blessings are multiplying. The same moment they fell apart was the moment you began to attract divine opportunities that have your name written on them. Something huge is waiting for you. Their downfall isn't punishment, it's awareness. They see your success now, but they can't touch it. They see your light, but they can't step into it. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael whispers, they were meant to witness, not participate. That's why everything they do feels unfinished, because a piece of peace left with you. You became their biggest lesson, the one they'll never forget, no matter how much time passes. Don't move, stay right here, because what's coming next is proof that your silence spoke louder than their pride. Every person they try to connect with now carries a fragment of your reflection, reminding them of the love they lost. They smile in front of others, but the moment they're alone, their chest tightens again. They feel your energy, calm, distant, unstoppable, and they realize they can't replace it. It's driving them to the edge of confession, to the brink of breaking their own walls. Stay till the end, because heaven is not done yet. There's a moment approaching when they will finally admit, even if silently, that you were the one who changed everything. Something huge is waiting for you. You are about to witness how divine timing restores what was once broken, not as before, but better, stronger, purer. Because your pain didn't destroy you, it redesigned your destiny. They're finally feeling what you once felt, the sleepless nights, the restless mind, the ache that doesn't fade. But for you, those nights were for transformation, not suffering. And now, your transformation has become their realization. Don't skip. This part of the story is where the truth becomes visible, even to those who once denied it. They will hear your name in unexpected ways, see your image in places that carry divine timing, and know this was never coincidence. Archangel Michael says, you walked away at the right time, and because of that, the doors they shut on you will open in your favor tenfold. Heaven is clearing paths that were once blocked by their ego. Now, the world they built without you is beginning to tremble, while your path shines brighter every day. Stay till the end, because the collapse they felt was not the end, it was the beginning of your rise. Your peace is your crown, and your light is now the sound of victory echoing through the universe. Something huge is waiting for you. You didn't just walk away, you ascended, and the one who nearly collapsed watching your glow up will now spend a lifetime wondering how they let something so divine slip away. My beloved child, breathe slowly and stay till the end. The part you're about to hear will shake your spirit awake. The same person who once overlooked your worth is now haunted by your memory every single night. The silence around them wasn't peace, it was the weight of your absence settling into every corner of their world, echoing in places they tried to ignore. When they first realized what had truly shifted, it felt like the ground itself had changed, colder, unfamiliar, stripped of the comfort they once took for granted. Even their closest circle noticed it, laughter arriving late, eyes drifting away mid-conversation as if something unseen had rewritten their thoughts. The memory of you surfaced again, unexpectedly, not as nostalgia, but as understanding, a realization they could no longer dismiss. You appeared in their mind differently now, composed, brighter, grounded in a quiet strength that felt unshakable. Somewhere within that recognition, pride softened into truth, and unspoken admissions rose without resistance. What they once misunderstood began to dissolve, replaced by awareness they could no longer avoid. The shift wasn't loud, it was internal, steady, undeniable, reshaping how everything was remembered and felt. Your presence in their memory no longer felt heavy, but illuminating, as if clarity had finally replaced confusion. The version of you they once assumed no longer existed was replaced by something undeniable: growth, distance, and a calm that could not be imitated. What they called silence was actually consequence, and what they called distance was transformation. In that realization, everything they believed about you began to fall apart quietly, leaving only truth behind. There was no drama in it, only understanding arriving late but fully formed, reshaping what they thought they knew about you and themselves, leaving nothing but clarity and quiet acceptance in its place, fully understood, without any resistance. At last, heaven responded immediately, rearranging everything in your favor. They thought they were the main character in your story, but the plot flipped the moment you chose self-respect. Now, they're the audience, watching from afar as you live the life they once promised but never delivered. It's poetic, divine, and unchangeable. Don't skip, my child. Not now. Because the angels are whispering something to you through every coincidence, every repeated number, every random lyric that feels too personal to ignore. These are confirmations that your breakthrough isn't coming, it's already unfolding. Stay till the end. Their collapse became heaven's announcement that your karma has cleared and your blessings have begun. Their eyes widened, their throat went dry, because they finally saw the reflection of everything they refused to nurture. Something huge is waiting for you. Even their family, their close ones, can feel the difference in them. They speak less now, avoid certain places, and pause before mentioning your name, because it carries too much power. They never expected to lose you, and certainly not like this. Not to your peace, not to your silence, not to your evolution. It wasn't just a goodbye, it was a transformation they never saw coming. Don't move, stay with me till the end, because what's coming next will make sense of everything you've endured. You were never being ignored, you were being prepared for your higher timeline. Archangel Michael says, "The one who broke when they saw your strength is not your enemy, but your lesson." They were the test of your patience, the mirror of your growth, and now the proof of your rebirth. Their shock was the confirmation that your healing worked. Stay till the end, something beautiful is approaching. The universe is aligning a situation that will replace every tear you ever cried with something tangible: stability, love, abundance. Because your pain was not wasted, it was currency for your elevation. They can't even hear your name without their heart tightening. They try to pretend they've moved on, but every small reminder brings that same dizzy feeling they felt when they first saw your transformation. They still check your energy from afar, hoping for a sign of return, but heaven has closed that chapter with grace. Don't skip, because this part is sacred, the divine reversal moment where you finally become the calm in your own storm. While they're still trying to find you in others, you're too busy finding yourself in light. Stay till the end. Every choice you made in faith is about to multiply into reward. Even the people who once sided against you are beginning to shift. They see your glow and can't deny your divine protection. Something huge is waiting for you. You may not see it yet, but the energy around your name is louder than ever. The very doors that were shut before are now trembling open, guided by unseen hands. They nearly collapsed that day because their soul recognized what their mind had denied. You were the blessing they weren't ready for. Now, the same universe that heard your silent cries is making sure they feel every ounce of that truth. But you, my child, are being carried forward with power, grace, and favor. Don't move. Stay till the end, because this is your rise, your reclaiming, your divine comeback. The chapter that broke them was the one that crowned you. They'll keep remembering you, not in sadness, but in awe. Every success you touch will echo like thunder through their memory. You are entering a phase where your presence begins to carry a quiet impact, long before you even speak. The way you move, the way you choose peace over reaction, and the way you have grown beyond old pain starts to define how others perceive you. What once felt heavy is now turning into strength, and that transformation is becoming visible in subtle but undeniable ways. There are people who will look back and realize they misunderstood your silence, mistaking it for weakness, when it was actually self-control and healing. And in that realization, they may feel the weight of moments they didn't value at the time, especially the ones where care was offered without being recognized. But your story is no longer anchored in what others failed to see. You are stepping into clarity, where your choices reflect self-respect, and your peace is no longer negotiable. The energy you once gave away freely is now being redirected toward your own growth, your own stability, your own future. And in that shift, something powerful unfolds. Not revenge, not regret, but alignment. A quiet understanding begins to form in the minds of others that you were never lost, you were becoming. What follows is not noise or drama, but recognition, subtle and delayed, as life has a way of revealing truth in its own timing. Everything unfolds at the right moment, shaping understanding without force, allowing growth to settle naturally into place, where peace becomes the final outcome rather than conflict or confusion, and where self-worth stands quietly unshaken, guiding every step forward with calm certainty and inner strength. They can't eat without losing appetite, can't sleep without dreaming of you. Every sound reminds them of your laughter, every silence reminds them of your absence, and that absence is heavier than any presence they've known before. Stay till the end, because Archangel Michael says, this revelation was divine. It wasn't meant to destroy them, it was meant to show them your worth. Now the very same people who once underestimated you are whispering your name with awe. Don't skip this part, my child, because your energy has become untouchable. They've realized that your distance wasn't punishment, it was protection, sacred, and guided by forces they can't comprehend. Their world feels smaller now. The light that once followed them is gone, because that light was you. Every achievement they try to celebrate feels empty. Every smile feels fake, because your spirit isn't there to amplify it. Stay till the end, because you're about to witness something bigger than closure. You're about to witness divine proof. Their near collapse was heaven's signal that karma has been delivered and tables have turned. Something huge is waiting for you. Every tear you shed has become a seed of elevation. Now, blessings are unfolding in places that were once blocked by their energy. They can't explain what's happening to them. Doors that once opened easily are now closing. Opportunities that once favored them are slipping away. And deep down, they know this is not punishment, it's balance. Don't skip. Listen carefully. Your silence became their teacher. Every time they try to move forward, your memory pulls them back, reminding them of what real love looked like. Stay till the end, because heaven is rewarding your patience in ways that will shock even you. The energy around your name is glowing brighter than ever. It's drawing miracles, alignment, and divine connections toward you. Something huge is waiting for you. You're walking into a timeline where your heart will no longer ache. The universe has written new promises in your favor, and every delay that once frustrated you is turning into preparation. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, shielding your path. He whispers, "They had to lose you to recognize the divine they once touched. And now, heaven is aligning someone new, someone whose soul will understand yours without confusion or resistance." Don't skip this part, my child, because your story is not ending here, it's just beginning. The same love that shattered you is the energy that will soon empower you to step into a life filled with stability and peace. Stay till the end, because this pain birthed your purpose. The angels are rearranging your timeline, and what's coming next is something your old version could never have imagined. Something huge is waiting for you. They can't take their eyes off your growth now. Even their closest people have started to tell them, "You lost someone rare." They sit in silence, staring into nothing, wishing they could undo time. But heaven doesn't move backward, it only restores forward. And that's exactly what's happening to you right now. Don't move, because the vibration around your energy is higher than it's ever been. You're glowing not because you're showing off, but because you've healed, and that glow is heaven's signature on your soul. Stay till the end. Every step you take now will feel guided. Every door you touch will open, and every doubt will fade. This is your comeback season. Quiet, unstoppable, sacred. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who nearly collapsed is now living inside the memory of your grace. At the moment they finally recognize your value, it often arrives like a quiet revelation that no longer requires your presence, as if life itself has already moved you into a different chapter where chasing no longer defines you. You were never designed to pursue what resists you. You were built to draw in what aligns with your energy and to stand in a calm that speaks louder than explanation ever could. That inner calm unsettles those who once misunderstood you, especially when your name echoes in their thoughts like a reminder of what they failed to see. What follows is not simply emotional closure, but a deeper shift, something that reshapes how you see your own journey. Your path now feels illuminated, as though every setback was quietly rearranging itself into something more meaningful, replacing loss with direction you could not see before. This transformation is not only visible in how you appear to the world, but in the way your spirit carries a quieter strength, something grounded, magnetic, and steady. There is a sense that everything once taken from you was never truly gone, but redirected into something greater. Even your silence held meaning, becoming a form of unspoken resilience that guided you forward when words could not. You have outgrown what once hurt you and are now stepping into a space shaped by purpose rather than pain. And when new blessings arrive, as they inevitably do, it becomes clear that what once felt like breaking was actually becoming a necessary unfolding into awareness and strength.